As I'm sure most of you have seen by now, Ed Boon put a tweet out asking what we want to see most in Mortal Kombat 1 out of 4 characters. Now, something I find strange about this is the T1000 patch ended over a month ago now. He came out on March 18th. It's a month later, and Ed Boon / NRS is asking what we would like to see next in the game with 4 characters. Now, if Combat Pack 3 is actually cancelled, or whether it's actually confirmed is hard to say. To begin with, we were never promised a Combat Pack 3, but we do know from the very beginning, before the game launched, Ed Boon said that this would be the longest lasting Mortal Kombat iteration that we would get until the next installment. So it is interesting, and at the very least of all things, it is nice that we are getting more content, whether that be through costumes, whether that be through game-changing mechanics like buffs or nerfs. However, this is for competitive reasons, according to his post anyway. If the possibility is skins, then why would we need more skins for competitive play? I know for fundraising purposes back in MKX for the competitive scene they raised money with skins, but to enhance the competitive performance or entertainment per se, I don't know how this is really going to affect anything. I'm honestly really interested, and I can't wait to see what comes out of this. And I can tell you right off the bat characters I'm seeing the most. Actually, let me back out real quick. Of course, this isn't verified or confirmed. This is just what I'm seeing in the comments right now, but what I'm seeing so far as feedback, because NRS has went off our feedback before. When Invasions hit, there wasn't a lot of people happy about it, so they put a survey out early on. They took our constructive criticism. Whether Towers of Time was really going to come, I'm not sure, but they did make it happen. Now, the 4 characters I did see a lot mentioned in the comments in response to Ed Boon asking which 4 characters we want to see get buffed or get more skins or gear. I saw a lot of people say Quan Chi. I can't argue with that. He does have the lowest hit points in the game. Now, as far as competitive play, I really can't speak on that because I'm not a competitive player. I play competitively, but I'm not a professional player. Of course, another name is Sub-Zero, and we've been seeing that since the start of the game. I would love to see this as well. In fact, I do use Quan Chi and Sub-Zero, so if either of these two were to get buffs, I would be extremely happy with that. And another character I'm seeing being tossed into the gambit is Scorpion, which I can't say I'm too surprised at either, because these last 2 suggestions here are the poster boys of the franchise. So whether Scorpion and Sub-Zero were already in a good place, I already see them getting suggestions either way. That's not to take away from the actual constructive criticism that comes from these points being made. I do see some interesting posts being made about Sub-Zero. For example, in the last patch, when we were given the additional move, I really don't think that helped too much. I know I don't see myself using that much, but maybe it does help some people. In regards to nerfs, if we're going to get nerfs, which I guess that is a possibility, it wasn't specified in those details when asking, but it is a change that could happen, as a lot of people were in the comments suggesting nerfs. Unless the character is absolutely broken, I would prefer not to see nerfs. I'm totally fine with seeing buffs to balance out the roster, but I don't want to see nerfs happen because it just takes away from the character. Again, unless it's completely busted, I would say leave it alone or make it better. Now, Baraka and Melina both just got some buffs in the last round in the last patch. Although they are pretty neat, I still see people asking for Melina to get buffs. Now, I don't play Melina all that much, so I really can't comment too much on that. Gotta say, what's surprising me right now is I don't see a lot of people shouting for Cyrax or Sector to get more skins. I know skins isn't the primary in this question, but it is one of the options. But Sector and Cyrax both only have 1 skin. Along with almost half the cameo roster, these characters only have 1 skin. Now, personally, I can't say I really want to see Cyrax and Sector get buffed. I think they're fine where they're at, but as far as competitive play, maybe others know otherwise. Now, I think there is something really important to speculate on this, and that is the cameo roster. Right now, we're in the meta of Tremor. I think there for a while, the cameo roster was pretty well, at least for casual play. When I play against other people, cameos are a bit everywhere. I think that's the way it should be. You don't want everyone using the same cameo. In the very early life cycle of this game, we saw a lot of that. It was Cyrax was everywhere, then Chameleon was everywhere. Serena was always kind of everywhere since the beginning. That is the cheese mode cameo, but I feel like the game's only going further if they're going to keep adding more content. So technically, Chaos Reigns ended, right? I mean, we got T1000 that came with Madame Bo. I'm interested to see where the future of the game is going if we're going to continue to see updates like this. or if these updates are going to lead into another expansion, or if we're just going to phase out with some patches at this point. I do see the arguments on both sides saying that this is like the sunset or the farewell, that this is going to be the last patch of the game. That is Ed Boon asking us, what are the last 4 characters you want to see have special attention to before we sail off into the sunset. And the funny thing about it is, with as many characters as we have, which I don't think is enough, 4 characters, that just isn't enough. But perhaps this is the first patch of more to come. At least I can only hope so. I am happy to see that this is coming. I was getting a little concerned there for a while with all the Fortnite posts coming from Ed Boon and NRS. Like, that's great that Mortal Kombat's in Fortnite now, but if that's all we're going to see as far as updates regarding Mortal Kombat, how many years of Fortnite Mortal Kombat collaborations are we going to see until Mortal Kombat is the center focus again? I think things are looking good right now. That is one of the options, being skins, getting new skins for characters. That means they have to develop these skins. I think that would be a lengthy process, unless NRS has given them a window until they can shut the game down because they were cut earlier than expected. The game just doesn't feel like it's dead. It doesn't feel like it's been cut, just because right now we're continuing to see new content. We did get a new cameo with T1000 that was unexpected. I don't know why that happened. I'm certainly not complaining, but it seems like we have more coming, especially now that we're going to have 4 characters get new skins, possibly new moves. Hell, they might get all of it. I don't know, but it is a good sign that we are getting more. If this were truly a last round or final hoorah, the last thing I would want to see is a character get buffed out the nuts and then be broken, and then we'd be stuck with it for the rest of the life cycle. But I think a few tweaks would be nice on several characters, or some more costumes. There's definitely characters that need more. And then we do have the characters that still have new skins that are coming that we're aware of, like Liu Kang with the Bruce Lee outfit, Katana, and Melina. I do believe those are going to be invasion rewards, and those are brand new skins. And I still feel like there's more anticipated skins that we're still going to get that we're just not aware of yet. That is, that we don't have out of the files, like Ermac's Union of Light skin. You know, there's got to be more skins for Noob Saibot, Cyrax, Sector. I feel like when they refer to these other 4 characters, they're asking us what would we like as far as a contribution to the game, on top of the things that they're working on giving us as well. I definitely have to share this for the folks that are excited to see the game move forward, that are really hoping for more. At least think of it this way. There's been people that have said MK1 is dead from the start. Don't worry about those people. Everyone's going to have their haters. People said after T1000 the game would be done. Well, we're still getting Floyd content. Now we're getting even more content. We got movie skins coming. Allegedly, we're getting 4 more characters of updates. For those of you new here, we've already been through season 4. These last 3 seasons have been repeat seasons, but this next one, yes, the fights will probably be the same, but we're seeing a lot of new rewards. And even with that said, if MK1 were to end soon, just enjoy the hell out of what we're getting now. We still got a while to go, and the exciting thing is, it may not even be over, especially with people pointing towards the competitive scene as possible evidence that the game's just going to continue, because why would they want feedback on 4 characters to gear up for the competitive scene if the game's going to end soon? I mean, why would they keep promoting tournament scenes? Unless you guys have different ideas, definitely let me know. If you do like my content, please do leave a like and subscribe, and let me know what you guys think down below. I want to throw this out there as well. If you're looking for a chill MK community, join my live streams. I'm live on most nights here on YouTube and Twitch. I genuinely appreciate everyone's support, and I will see you all live and or in the next video. Much love everyone, and take care.